Hello, I'm Dave Turo Shields, the Couples Coach, and you're watching The Couples Connection. If you've lost that loving feeling, then you need what I call marital magic. Now, marital magic is powerful. It's subtle. It's simple. Sometimes it's even easy. Marital magic is made up of 5 components that I guarantee you, if you utilize all 5 of these components, as I described to you today, you will have a magnificent marriage or relationship. Now, this is proven research. I'm a very passionate guy, but you must know that I'm 20 years a veteran in this field of helping others achieve extraordinary results. And I only use what works. Now, marital magic is made up of these 5 powerful pieces, and they're coming right at you right now. First is this. How do you part with your partner each and every day, sometimes throughout the course of a day? Prior to this filming today, my wife left with my son to run errands and to grab a few groceries. Now, before she left, before we parted, this is the first part of marital magic, I checked in with her. She checked in with me. She asked me if there was anything else that I wanted. I gave her a smooch on the cheek, and she walked out. Now keep in mind for you that partings can be that simple. That it's the goodbyes that we have during the day or throughout the course of a day. Very important, doesn't take a whole lot of time. Now on the contrary, but on the flip of that are returns or reunions. And that is any time a family person, and now I'm talking family. My big focus is on marriage, but I practice these same magical principles with my 2 children as well. When my wife comes home here in a little while, what will happen is she'll check in with me. She always does. We practice these principles in our daily lives. This is research proven, like I have said. If we spend the time to do this marital magic, these 5 pieces, I guarantee you'll have great happiness in your marriage. So as she reunions later and comes back from the store, she will come in. She'll ask how I'm doing. I'll say the same to her. I'll greet her. I'll also greet my son who will be coming in with her. So we've covered 2 parts of marital magic already. How do we part and how do we reunion, or how do we come back together? And sometimes we do that several times throughout the day. Other days, on work days, some folks go away. They part once during the day. They come back together towards the end of the day. Think about how you part and how you reunion with your mate. Very, very important. The other piece of marital magic is affection. Now, some folks are highly affectionate. You're looking at one of them. I'm a very passionate guy, very affectionate guy. My wife is in the middle range. But in the last 8.5 years, I've had a home office. I came home to be a stay-at-home father, began doing my therapy routine here and my coaching routine here and on the telephone and online. Since that time, I've had a lot of clients come in and out of these doors. Many of them are thirsty, would like something to drink. I always offer that. And so I'll go in the house from my office that we built onto the house here. And if my family's home, when my children are home from school, my wife's cooking in the kitchen, I may simply go up to her and touch her on the shoulder as I get ice water for a client. And then I leave. So as you can see, this is not rocket science. This is simply affection. Affection can be a hand on the shoulder. Affection can be a hug. Affection can be a caress on the face. And it can go all the way to lovemaking, of course. But affection doesn't always have to be lovemaking. And I need you men to particularly understand that. And I need you women to understand that physical lovemaking is very important to men. And that can be part of affection as well. Now on to the next piece. The next piece of marital magic is affection, is appreciation. And appreciation doesn't have to be anything that shakes the rooftop. All it means is that we stay consciously grateful of what our partner brings into the relationship so that we can give it back to them in the form of gratitude. I appreciate today that my wife is going to run a few errands and that she's going to go a little bit grocery shopping. I say a little bit, and I chuckle because my wife is not the grocery shopper in this family. I tend to be the grocery shopper. And so I am very grateful for her doing that. And when she comes back, not only will I greet her as we reunion, but I'll also tell her that I appreciate that she's gone out to buy groceries, which I do appreciate very much. So appreciations. Any little small thing can be a mediocre thing or a medium-sized thing. Can be a large gratitude. But always keep those in mind, because we're always doing things for each other in relationships. But after you've been married for about 2 to 3 years, the research shows that we just begin to forget or take for granted those things that we really need to come forward with. And sometimes it isn't a great big deal to be thanked for going to get grocery shopping. But if I didn't do that for 5 years, then all of a sudden my wife may stop doing it because she may not feel appreciated. So you begin to see the power in these. The power in how we part. The power in how we come together. Of course, the power in affection. And now in appreciations. Now the fifth part is dates. Now keep in mind that dates, my wife and I will be going on our date tomorrow. We're going to Tuesdays with Maury, showing right here in Naptown, Indianapolis, Indiana. We're very much looking forward to going. And we consciously create date time for our relationship. We've been married and together over 17 years. And we know the power of dates, not just to go out and have fun. We're going to be at the theater tomorrow. We'll really enjoy that. But we also date so that we can come to very private conversations. And in those private conversations, we can work out some of the issues that may be kind of working inside of us that really needs attention in the relationship. So date time is sacred time to work out issues or problems in the relationship. It's also time for fun. Now, I talked about these marital magic pieces as if they were something huge. And what I need you to understand about marital magic is that the research shows that if you simply do these 5 pieces, again, how we part and how we come back together, the showing of affection, the showing of appreciation, or the giving of gratitude, and dates. Even if they're dates or private dates once the kids go to bed, if you're able to do that, 2 to 4 hours a week. That is it. That is it. Can you do that in 2 to 4 hours a week? Make it natural. Notice what you're doing. Add in the pieces that you're not. I guarantee it'll make your relationship better, and you'll be very thankful for it. Once again, I'm Dave Turo Shields, and I'm the Couples Coach, and you're listening to The Couples Connection. I want to thank you very much for coming by and listening to my production today. I hope you've learned something from it, and we'll come again.